Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Joeking Podcast, episode 8. All right, for those of you who don't know, we have different kinds of episodes within the Joeking Podcast. You know, one of them we have Q&A. The other one is going to be Joe versus the internet. And then we have Gym Talk. And Gym Talk is what we're doing today. All right, which is great because today I woke up a few pounds lighter than what I was maybe like 4 or 5 days ago. I've been weighing in at 264, 265. And this morning I woke up and I was feeling super like morning skinny. and I jumped on the scale and was happy to see that I was 261. The ultimate goal right now that I really can't see past this goal is going to be like me weighing in around 240. All right. So I'm a couple pounds lighter. So that's fucking cool.
Woo-hoo, good job, baby.
And Ashley has some stuff for us today. But before we jump into that, we're just going to say a quick prayer. All right. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for this day. I thank you for waking us up. We are grateful to you, Father. We love you. We honor you on this day. We thank you for this podcast. I thank you for my wife and my children and our home. I thank you for the businesses that you've blessed us with, Father. I pray that our businesses and my family and our lives will be a blessing to you. And we pray that this podcast will be a blessing to you. We let all stress and anxiousness go right now in the name of Jesus. We cast all of our cares upon you. We thank you for this, Father. We thank you for this day. We honor you, and we thank you that anybody and everybody who's listening to this podcast, we call them blessed. And we pray that their eyes are open to the kingdom of heaven, that their children are safe, their spouses are safe. Thank you for placing a hedge of protection around them. Thank you for making them whole and clean and righteous. And may they run to you. And may you fill their pockets and fill their hearts with love. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Hang
All
on,
right.
baby.
So what does the queen have for us today? My coho.
Your coho. Well, first of all, congrats on your 14. Was it 14 pounds?
I think it is. Yeah. So I was 274 whenever I started. Whenever I officially started my cut. And now I'm 261. So, yeah, I think it's a 13. Damn, I'm bad at math. 13 or 14.
13 or 14.
Right around there.
Dude, because
It was 261.8. So let's say 13 or 14.
Okay, 13 or 14. My start for this cut was 182, and now I'm 164. And my goal is to always be 100 pounds less than you. So I am like freaking, you're already 261. I'm 164, so I'm over here like,
fuck, you got to drop
dude,
like 3 more pounds.
Yeah, because I like having a big swole,
Yeah.
being a little bit tiny for you.
Yeah. Drop the mic down, baby, this way. Like tilt it down. Yeah, to where your mouth is right above it. Yeah, pause. Damn.
Okay.
Hold up.
I'm like, wait, this way?
Relax.
Okay.
Turn off the cameras real
We need to pray again.
Yeah. So stupid.
Or leave them on.
Anyways,
Okay. So,
yeah, we were just talking about that, how I'm like a
yeah.
whole 100 pounds heavier than you.
Yes, and I love that.
It's tight. I like it too.
I love
It's like such a cool, like, I was going to say boyfriend, girlfriend. It's cool. It's such a cool, like, man and woman vibe to where the dude's so much bigger, heavier, and the woman's all tiny. You know?
Plus with muscles, like.
Yeah, with muscles. That's tight.
Okay.
It's like that too, though. Like for me, I got a little muscle mommy, so I like that. I like that you're a muscle mommy. So, anyways, we're over here having hard eyes for each other right in the middle of the podcast.
Dude, we're about to go to that room over there.
Yeah, let's go to the back room.
Okay.
2 minutes. All we need is 2 minutes. I'm just kidding. Anyway, sorry guys, we're fucking retarded. All right, so.
Whew. It's hot in here.
Yeah, so you said you're 260. Golly, 164. All right, bet. And your ultimate goal is?
I guess 140.
Or just to be 100 pounds lighter than me,
Yeah.
wherever I end up at? Because
Yeah.
what if your goal is 140 and then I end up down to 230? You're going to drop to 130?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I want muscles though.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
I
coming
want-
in, baby.
Yeah, they are.
They're coming in. Like I was telling you yesterday that the bulk that you went on for an extensive period of time, I know it was hard on you because I think it's a lot easier for a woman to feel quote unquote fat whenever the scale goes up 5 pounds. You know, like it would probably make a dude, I think the equivalent of a guy starting to feel fat, it would have to go up like 20, 25 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's just in my head, but what I'm saying is I think it's a little bit easier for a girl to feel fat.
Yeah.
Like you feel fat, you don't feel girly, you don't feel feminine. So Ashley really doesn't thrive well in a bulk because of that reason. She doesn't like feeling like this big old whale or like this big old crazy looking person. In her eyes, she looks that way. You know, so she doesn't thrive very well in it. She thrives very well in a cut. She really likes the healthier options. She likes, it does something for her mentally knowing that she's eating healthier things, you know, that she's weighing out her food, that she has, you know, she fits in like, what are the kinds of healthier options that you like to do? Like, I know that you like to do like chicken thigh and then as opposed to like, low carb tortillas.
I like making everything I used to love, but like just making it like the healthier or not healthier, the lower calorie friendly.
Right, as opposed to just getting a regular fucking tortilla from the Michoacana. She'd rather
Yeah,
have like
shoot.
if she feels better when she
Yeah.
eats those healthier options, you know.
I love it. It's more fun and
Yeah.
purposeful, and it's like I get all giddy. You see it every time I want to cut.
Yeah, she definitely, like I said, she just thrives more in a cut. It's better for her mentally.
I think it's also how I'm proportioned, like my body structure.
Mhm.
It's like big, smaller, and then big. So whenever
Which is great.
So whenever I am like 5 pounds heavier, or like 10 pounds heavier, 15 pounds heavier, I feel bigger here, and I'm just like, I'm all big. So it's making me smile well that I tell you. She just
feels
I'm
like this crazy big Miss Piggy, but she's not. Obviously, we all know that. But we're gonna be our own worst critics, right? So, anyways, moving forward, we're both cutting right now, and it's going really well. We're both on Reddit True Tide. True Tide. That's really, really well. It's going really, really well for us. If you guys want to look into that, look at the benefits of it, it's really fucking cool. You know, by no means are we like these crazy fucking educated people whenever it comes to peptides and all that shit. But we will say that we've been seeing some wonderful results from it, right? And I think that also has a lot to do with how much muscle you're retaining, or I guess that's a good word, muscle retention, how much muscle that you are holding on to during this cut. Because usually without a little supplement like that, like when you're losing weight, you'll lose muscle too. But Reddit True Tide helps you hang on to the muscle as you lose body fat. So that's really fucking cool. So we're both doing that right now. And what I was saying right before this was that your muscles are coming through, and you went on this crazy extensive bulk, right? Yeah, that's what I started to say, right? And although you didn't thrive very well in it, you know, at first you're doing really good. You're eating a lot. And I think even before you got with your coach Leroy, you were already kind of sort of bulking, right? Like you were in a bulking phase, just not as much, right?
Man, no, I was cutting.
Okay, you were
I
cutting.
had just finished my cut, and I didn't know where I was going to go.
Okay.
So I was really like,
oh shit.
I think I was at 153. I was really, but just lean. I still had my booty, but no muscles.
Yeah. Oh, not just lean. You're saying like you were just 253 or 150. I keep saying 153, but you felt like you didn't have any muscle, right? Yeah. So went on another bulk, and
Leroy told me I didn't. He was like, "Look, there's not there."
Yeah.
And comparing whenever I was getting, of course, in my feeling like this, he was like, "Look at you now. You have quad definition and this and that. Look on your before," because I was complaining that I feel like I look like this, and he was like, "You didn't have there."
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
So I
like you look good.
Yeah,
you look good, and you're strong. But as far as like some heavy muscle definition, it's like it just wasn't there. And this is why I tell people all the time, and this is why I make videos about this all the time. Is that people don't bulk enough. For the people who say they want to be muscular and have definition and be toned and all this stuff, you're not bulking enough. You're not putting on enough tissue. You have to spend enough time in a surplus. Really, really, really take your time and build up the muscle that you that you say you want. You know, these things take time, but the reason people stop bulking, one is maybe they start feeling uncomfortable with the amount of fat that they gain, and you know, I think that's probably the main reason, or they get tired of fucking eating. God. It's hard. It's really fucking hard. But anyways, I think that you would not, actually, I know for a fact that you would not be having the success that you're having right now, not only in fat loss, but in being able to have visible muscles because of that extensive bulk you went on. You know, it was good. It was like a year, you said, right? That's fucking great. And even then you could have pushed it more, but we kind of landed on the same page of cutting at the same time. And I think that works really well for our relationship.
I love it.
Yeah. So, all right, baby, we've rambled on enough about a bunch of bullshit. So let's go ahead and get into it. What do you have for us today?
Okay. So I kind of want to stay on the topic of cutting, and pretty much the people around us, dude, I can name so many. We all have some great weight loss transformations.
Okay.
Right. And I kind of want your honest opinion and your honest feedback, your honest advice. Some people are struggling now who are watching, who have been overweight their entire life. I know me, I've been chubby all my life.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have those genes, those chubby genes that I got from my dad's side of the family.
Yeah.
It wasn't till 2015. I mean, I was born in the 90s. So that I finally made a change. So there's people watching right now who need to be talked to, you know. What advice can you give somebody who's been struggling their whole life? Right now, they're even in their 40s, 30s, 20s, maybe 50s, and they still haven't. Like, what's your honest advice you can give them with actual love? Like, I'm not talking about candy coating, like straight up, you know, with love.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's no way that I can tell you this not in love, you know, because what I'm going to say is going to help you get better. Whether sometimes I can speak very harsh, sometimes I can be very kind, but it's always coming from a place of love. There's no way that you can help somebody get better, even if it sounds like tough love, even if it sounds heavy for them to hear. that's love. Whether it feels like love or not, it is love because we're helping you get better. So, man, dude, it's very, very simple. One day, and I say this all the time, one day you're going to be on your fucking deathbed. All right. And do you want to be the kind of person who looks back on their fucking life and says, fuck, man, I never did it. I never even fucking tried. All right. Do you want to be the kind of person who looks back and has so much limited time playing with their children because they're always fucking winded? You always wanted to be inside, sitting on the fucking couch, playing your video games, inside, sitting on the couch, smoking weed, inside, sitting down, laying down on your bed, just fucking scrolling your fucking life away and eating and eating and eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. You don't want that shit to be your fucking legacy, man. You don't. I'm not asking you. I'm fucking telling you that you don't want that to be your legacy. But for some people, like Alex Hormozi said this, people decide to change whenever the pain of staying the same outweighs the pain of changing. All right. Let me say it again. Alex Hormozi said that people decide to change whenever the pain of staying the same is heavier than the pain of changing. Okay. Because changing is hard. It's fucking tough. And staying the same is fucking hard and it's fucking tough. Okay. But you have to be able to get to the point or decide that you're at the point to where staying the same is too fucking heavy. You'd rather just change. And whenever you go to change, it's going to be fucking hard. It's going to be really fucking difficult, but it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be hard. Getting better, turning your life around, putting down the fucking alcohol, putting down the pills, putting down the fucking joints or whatever it is, putting down the fucking pizza and picking up a dumbbell. That's a hard thing to do. It is. I know because I've fucking done it. And so has Ashley. We're both speaking to you from a place of experience. Okay. And I'm telling you, like, you need to fucking go and take a hard look in the fucking mirror and look at your fucking self. Look at yourself. Take off all your fucking clothes and look at yourself. There ain't no fucking editing. There's no nothing. There's no AI. None of that shit. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, are you fucking happy? And don't fucking lie to yourself. Ask yourself, yeah, well, I'm enough. That I don't understand that fucking mindset, the I'm enough mindset. It's like, yeah, I kind of get what you're trying to say, but dude, that's kind of like, that doesn't mean that you don't try. That doesn't mean that you don't try to get better. You know, I think that there's nuance to this, but I think that there's kind of like a bullshit cop out mindset that comes with I'm enough. I'm good enough. I'm like, who the fuck wants to just be good enough? You know? So take a long, hard look in the mirror and ask yourself if you're fucking happy. If you're not, then do something about it. Fucking do it. Do it. Everybody's going to have excuses. Everybody's going to have reasons why they can't. Everybody is not going to fucking feel like it. Everybody's limited on time. Everybody is. Yeah. And then you might be thinking like, yeah, but it's different, because it's not different though, dude. It's just a bullshit ass excuse. And you have to, I'm talking to the men whenever I say this, you have to understand that the way you are is the way that you are leading your wife and your children. You are, if you like to call yourself the head of the household, which here on this podcast, we believe and know that the man is the head of the household. That's how God ordained everything to be. Okay. If you want to call yourself the head of the fucking household, you have to take responsibility for where your family is at, not only in the good things, but in the bad shit as well. And if your wife is overweight, it's your fucking fault. If your children are fat as fucking overweight, it's your fucking fault. You have led them exactly where they are. Right. And if this doesn't get you to change, I don't fucking know what will, dude. You need to pull your head out of your fucking ass. Stop being fucking lazy. Get the fuck up off the couch. Grab your wife by the hand and say, hey, look, we're going to make a fucking change. We're going to start going to church every Sunday and every Wednesday night without budging. We're going to make sure the kids are in church. We're going to start buying healthier options. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to start going to the gym. We're going to start having a prayer time for at least 10 minutes every morning before we start our day. These are all things that take discipline, and it's hard to get to this lifestyle, right? It's hard to change into this lifestyle. There's nothing in your life that requires discipline at all. You just do whatever the fuck you feel like doing, right? And also too, if you are a husband and your wife is in the gym and she's trying to get better and she's working out and she's losing weight and all this shit, you better get your fucking ass in the gym, bro. Don't be the guy to where the wife is doing better for herself. She's looking good. She's eating better. She's losing weight. She's starting to shape up. And you're just like, that's cool. That's for her. No, dude, trust me when I tell you that your wife will be a lot happier if you decide to get the fuck up and go to the gym.
Man, that's great, baby. I love that you said that the man is the head of the household and he can, especially, it's a hard conversation to have with your wife too. But I think if you say it out of love, right, and you implement and come up with a plan, like not just, oh, you need to go to the gym,
Yeah.
you need to go lose weight, making it like a jab at her, but like, hey, come up with a plan. Because I feel like for me, I'd be like, I want to hear like, okay, so what's the next step?
Yeah.
How are you going to help me? How are we going to do this?
So if you are wanting your wife to go to the gym, you feel like she's a little bit overweight, you feel like you want her to look better for you, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. All right. But you better fucking make sure that you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's too. You better fucking make sure, because you can't demand anything from your wife that you're not willing to do yourself. You can't demand anything from your children that you're not willing to do yourself. Otherwise, you are a fucking hypocrite. Okay. You can't do that. All right. If anything, you should be carrying the most of the weight of the household. You should be the one leading the way. You should be the one doing it. Okay. So don't ask your fucking wife anything that you're not willing to do. Okay. Now, if you do, need to have a talk with your wife, or your wife, and you need to have a talk with your husband. Obviously, this is, like Ashley said, this is not an easy conversation to have. Okay. Telling your wife that you basically, want her to lose weight, like that's a fucking hard thing to say. So, you have to be able to look. First of all, if you're going to do this, you need to prep them. Okay. Like if you're a husband, you are going to hurt your wife's feelings. She's going to feel like shit about herself. There's no way around it. Okay. And then if you are a wife who needs to talk to her husband about getting in the gym and losing weight, you are going to hurt his ego. Okay. He may even feel disrespected. So you have to go into it with an understanding heart, gracefully, knowing that it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. All right. And you might be asking yourself if this is the right thing to do. Yes, it is the right thing to do. That is the answer. You have to ask yourself, like, is having this uncomfortable conversation worth my wife or husband's health? The answer is yes, because you can't just shy away from having this conversation because it makes you a little bit uncomfortable. You can't do that. Real love for your partner is getting the courage and formatting something to talk to them and encouraging them to do this thing with you. Okay, that's where the real love is. Real love is not hurting people's feelings. I think it's more loving to tell somebody where they're fucking up so that you can see them do better, especially whenever it comes to their health, and the quality of life that they're having. That matters way more than just hurting their feelings. Okay, so there's that. So that's one thing to consider if you're asking yourself if it's the right thing to do or not. Yes, it's the right thing to do. Have that conversation. Number 2 is how to go about it. Okay, so if you're a husband, you need to be able to prep her. And a wife, you need to be able to prep your husband. You sit him down, say, hey, look, I need to talk to you about something. And I want to see if I can talk to you about it right now without you getting your feelings hurt. This has been on my mind for a while. It's been really bothering me. It's bugging me. And I'm worried about us, I'm worried about you and I'm worried about us. And I really think that this conversation can help our relationship. I love you a lot regardless. I'm just asking you to please prepare your heart for what I'm about to tell you. I don't want to hurt your feelings. Right? It's like, okay, well, fuck, spit it out, and then you don't be like, well, you're fat, like it's not that. It's always better to make it a team thing rather than a you thing. Like, no, you need to do this. Make it a team thing. Like, hey, I think we need to XYZ, I think we need to clean up our diet. I think we need to do this. I think we need to do that. Most of the time, if a man is telling this to a woman, it's going to fuck her up a little bit. It's going to hurt her feelings, but she's down most of the time. And the other way around, whenever it's a woman telling a man, the man's going to be like, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. That's just the way it is. And it can be kind of annoying. So you have to be able to tell, if you're a woman, it might be a little bit more difficult to get your man to start doing this because men can be a little bit more hard-headed whenever it comes to things like this. If he feels like everything's fine, everything's good, like, what the fuck, why are you tripping? But just tell him that it would really mean a lot to you if we did this together, and tell him why it means a lot to you and be as gentle as you can, because you have to understand that you're not hurting the man's feelings. You're hurting his ego. All right. Do your best to try to continue to give him some praise and encourage him and let him know what the things that he is good at, and all these things, like reasons that you appreciate him and all that. So that this thing can go well. It can go the way that you want it to go. And if your man is, fighting it, this is what prayer is for. Yeah. You hit the prayer closet and you go in and you pray for your husband, for God to open his heart to a healthier lifestyle, and I think that it can be real good. It can be very, very good. It might cause a fight, but again, the little fight is worth it, and just be as gentle as you can be.
Yeah, because we're talking about not like 20, 40 pounds. I had lost 115 pounds, and I know you lost over 100 pounds too. There's some people who need 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And when you lock in together, like you said, man, it's you against the freaking world at that point. Stop going to barbecues, stop drinking until you build that discipline, until you can go to that barbecue with a meal prep or like your food scale.
Yeah.
You know, not to where it's going to be like, oh, I'm going to go to the barbecue. Guys, sorry, I'm not drinking. We're on a weight loss. And then they pull your leg and you're like, F it.
Yeah.
You've had too many of those episodes. So just for a whole
why
year,
you're where the fuck you're at is because you keep giving in.
Yes.
That's why you're where you're at, dude.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, another reason why you're where you're at is because your spouse or your quote unquote friends, nobody's being fucking real with you. Yeah. They tell you like, oh, dude, you're cool. You're good, man. Ah, man, it's all good. It's all good. You like to eat. Ah, man, that's just the way you are.
They're
man,
not the one who has to lose 200 pounds.
They're not the ones who have to get up and look at you every fucking morning. You're the one who has to get up and look at you every morning. So of course it's easy for them to say.
Yeah.
But dude, that's why you're at where the fuck you're at, because a lot of people haven't been real with you. Even when you're a fucking child, your mom's telling you it's okay, Mio, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not. I don't give a fuck what your mom says. I don't give a fuck what your dad says. It's not okay. You need to be able to mold yourself into a disciplined person. That's why you're not confident. It's because because you're undisciplined. It's because you never stick to anything that you say you're going to do. This is why you're not confident. You don't have trust for yourself. You know that you are full of shit. And every single time that you fucking say these things and make these promises to yourself, you know in the back of your mind, I'm full of shit. I'm not going to do it. It's time to fucking change that. Stop being so fucking full of shit and start keeping promises to yourself. It's not just about going to the gym, dude. It's about going to church too. And anything that requires discipline and getting up early and doing this and doing that, you know, like going to school, whatever the fuck it is, you know, stop being so fucking full of shit. Stop being fucking lazy. It all stems from laziness and discouragement, not having courage. It all stems from there, but you have to be able to get the snowball rolling. Okay. You're not just going to all of a sudden be this courageous person. You're not going to all of a sudden just be this confident person. You know, you have to be able to build confidence. Confidence is built over time by keeping promises to yourself, by doing what the fuck you said you were going to do. It's not just going to happen to where you wake up and say, oh, I'm feeling confident today. It finally happened. Now I can go to the gym. Now I can do this. Now I can do that. That's not how it fucking works. It's a snowball effect. And right now you've been snowball affecting the opposite fucking way. So now you got to stop that fucking momentum and start going the other way. Okay. But all the people who are telling you that you're good just the way you are, you're good just the way you are, and self-acceptance and all this, that's not it, dude. It's not. They're lying straight to your fucking face. And they might even believe the lie that they're saying to you. And so because they believe it, they're saying it with conviction. And it's not it, bro. It's not. It's not.
It's like you taught me, and I'll never forget. And I'm always repeating this because it's so golden. Whenever you said real self-love is not self-acceptance, it's changing the things you don't love about yourself because you love yourself.
Right. Yes.
It's so great and
it's
true.
Right. It's a real love is not self-acceptance. It's self-evaluation. Okay. And then the self-evaluation will now then cause you to do the things that Ashley was just saying, getting better, going to the gym, evaluate where the fuck you don't like yourself. And it's okay to not like things about yourself. You're not fucking perfect. It's okay to not like your fucking chubby legs. It's okay to not like your fucking side titty. If you're a man, it's okay to not like your love handles, dude. But get to work and fucking do something about it. Now there's a line, you know, like I also don't condone self-hatred. You know, that's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying to love yourself enough to change the things about yourself that you don't like. Love yourself enough to hit the gym and take care of yourself. Love yourself enough to work on your relationship with your spouse. Love yourself enough to stop fucking overeating every fucking day and eating fast food every fucking day. Love yourself enough to build a relationship with your children. Love yourself to be able to build, a better relationship with your children. Love yourself enough to build a better relationship with God. All of these things require fucking discipline. You're waiting for them to happen, but it's not. You have got to be able to grab the bull by the horns and force this shit to happen. The gains are fucking forced. They're forced. You have to force them on the days that you don't feel like it. Whenever you're really fucking down in the dumps, man. Trust me, and Ashley have both been there. But we force them to happen either way. And maybe you could be the friend that starts it and starts leading the way. They will thank you for it. You will be part of their journey. But that shit's not going to just happen, dude. That shit is earned. It's fucking hard. You have to earn the right to be that fucking guy. You know?
People will be like, oh, they'll say their little comments, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you do start going to barbecues with a meal prep, right? And then once they see you change, then they'll be like, those comments will slowly stop and they'll be the ones saying like, you know, man, this person's really killing it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah. And she's right, man. Like the comments, they're going to happen. People talking is always going to happen. You know, no matter what, these people are never going to be satisfied. So just remember, there's only two to please. People say one to please, but if you're married, there's two to please. There's God and then your fucking spouse. Yeah. Okay. God first, of course. But if you are pleasing God, then eventually your spouse will come around. Okay. But that's a whole different thing. Okay, but people are always gonna have something to say. Before I started losing weight, I was fat, I was overweight, I was 265 pounds, not solid. I was 265 pounds of blubber. I had a friend at the time, his name's JR. He would tell me, man, bro, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you. This and that. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Like, just leave me the fuck alone, so on and so forth. Right. And he would always be telling me about how I need to eat better, man. You're getting big, dude. Like, you need to do this, you need to do that, and now I appreciate him saying that, like in hindsight, I appreciate that shit. Right. But then whenever I started to actually diet and started counting my macros and doing this and doing that and going to the gym and losing weight, and I lost like fucking 50 pounds at the time, then he started to say, man, bro, just fucking eat. Like, you're over here worried about doing this and doing that. Excuse me. You're over here worried about like fucking weighing out your food and which options you're going to go with because blah, blah, blah. He's like, just fucking eat. And I said, yo, shut the fuck up. I told him like that in front of everybody. I kind of feel bad. But at the time, it's like, dude, let me live my fucking life. Yeah. Let me do my shit. You weren't satisfied whenever I was over here living like this. And now you're not satisfied with over here me living my life like this. So what I'm saying is people are always going to have shit to say. You have to not give a fuck. Yes. You have to stop giving a shit about what other people think. The only fucking people you should care about what they think is God and your fucking spouse. You honor your parents, you honor them, you honor your elders. But at the end of the fucking day, it's God and your spouse. And it's about what you want to do. Don't not do the fucking things you want to do because of what other people might think. You have to stop giving a fuck about what they say. Some of the best things in my life have come because I stopped giving a shit. And I started working on not giving a shit whenever I was like, I remember in the 6th grade, I wanted to fit in so fucking bad, dude. It's hard for me not to get emotional, but I wanted to fit in so bad whenever I was a kid. And I wanted to listen to the cool music that everybody was listening to. I wanted to look like a fucking gangster. I wanted to be a G, like I wanted to be like those dudes, those fucking tough ass dudes. Right. And they would never accept me. They'd always want to fight me and I would have to fight, and all this shit. They didn't fucking like me and they never accepted me. And I remember one day I got into it with one of them. One of them walked by and I was drawing some lowriders and it was some sticky paper that my mom would bring me from work. I was in the 6th grade. I was a kid. And it would be like a big sheet of paper and then you can peel it and you can stick to your wall. Right. So I would like to draw on them and color them and then peel it and then stick it to my wall. And I was really into lowrider art. I still am to this day. But I was really into lowrider art and I would ask my mom to buy me lowrider art magazines. And so I can copy them. I can look at the magazine and then draw it on the sticky paper. One day I was drawing this dude, little homie. He had like the little remote control for his car, hitting the switches on his Impala, making it bounce. Right. I remember. And one of the guys in lunch, he came up to me and he snatched the paper from me and he spit on it. He smeared it all around. He fucked it all up. He started laughing and everybody around me started laughing at me. He punched me in my fucking arm and he like threw the paper on the floor and he kept walking. And man, I started crying in front of all these tough ass dudes, or little kids, they're fucking kids, but they're all quote unquote tough. We're in the hood, dude. I was in Gulfgate. That's my hood. The hood that I grew up in was in Gulfgate. And back then it was a lot more rough than what it is now. I'm talking about these kids had fucking weed in their pockets, cocaine in their pockets at school. It was super like that. Houston was like starting to come out and be all big and shit. And everybody was fucking black and Mexican and they're all wanted to be fucking G's, and from one day to the next, I was like, never again. Fuck y'all. I'm never going to do this shit again. So I had to master the art of not giving a fuck about what other people say or think at a very, very young age. And it's done me so fucking well. And every single time I start wanting to give a fuck about what other people say and think, I'm like, nah, dude, you learned not to do that shit a long fucking time ago. And this is why now that people look up to me now, and I say this not with arrogance, but I say this with humility, this is why people look up to me now, is because I'm not afraid to be myself. Fuck that. When you stop giving a fuck what other people say and think about you, that is the fucking brick wall cemented together that keep a lot of people out of their destiny and their calling. Once you can crush through that shit, genuinely, you're going to be on the way up.
Dude, especially you. If you had to care what everybody thought, and other gym owners, personal trainers, people on Instagram, other Christian people who go to church, like, dude, other tattoo artists, other people who own a tattoo shop, like
so many things. Yeah,
bro, that's
and I think differently than all of them.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with none of them, dude. Like, there's a very small handful of people that I actually say that I fuck with. Yeah. In the tattoo industry, I don't fuck with anybody. I stopped giving a fuck, man. Fuck all y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and you've got to be that way, man. You can't hold yourself back from being a bigger, better, badder, more disciplined, more confident, courageous, badass fucking human because you're scared of what other people might think. You've got to break through it, man. When you stop giving a fuck, that's whenever things are going to pick up from you.
Yeah, and you'll have change. I remember I went from, I was 248 pounds here and here And I remember I lost my first 35 pounds, and that's here.
Yeah.
And I remember like I was working at Wells Fargo, and there was like a stagecoach there. They had a photographer printing pictures, and I would never go in front of a camera and take pictures. But I was like, man, I was like, hey, can I get my picture taken? Because I had just fit into, like, my Aunt Jessica gave me this size 1X Forever 21 plus size shirt. It was pretty with flowers. And I was like, man, this is gonna be my goal shirt. And I fit into it. And I was like, crap. I was like, man, I want to get my picture taken. I was taking a bunch of pictures.
And that's confidence.
Yes, it was confidence. And I remember when I went back to my desk and I had them and opened them, I started crying and I could not believe that it was me in the picture, dude. I had a real moment with myself. And I remember talking to my coworker about it. She was like, man, just keep going at it, you know? And then for a second, I was like, I'm on it. I said, I'm not going to look back. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep fucking doing it. That morning I declined a Shipley's donut and they were laughing. They're like, it's just one donut. It's not going to kill you. I was like, dude, I know what a Shipley's donut tastes like. I've had a glazed donut my whole entire life. And then we kept talking and I was just like, back at my desk, I was like, yeah, my plan is just to keep going. I want to lose 5 pounds a month. And that's my goal. And she was just like, man, 5 pounds a month, like that's it. And it wanted to tweak my mind where it's like, yeah, that is kind of crazy. That's not going to get me nowhere. Cause she was just like, that's not really going to do much. But then I was like, no, I told her, I said, wait till all the months add up. Wait till they all going to add up. And then they did.
And they fucking did. And then you can look back. The reason why she was thinking that way, and I remember saying this last time, in another conversation that we were having, is that it's because people want the fast track. People want this overnight shit. You know, they want the fast food of the weight loss. You know, just boom, you order it and 2 minutes later it's there. They want the now satisfaction. So when she hears 5 pounds a month, it's like, dude, that's not shit. That's gonna take forever. That's not anything.
For a second, it was like, I was like, no.
No, dude, stick to it. Make your fucking plan and stick to it. I was
going to.
You might feel silly, and maybe that wasn't even her friend's intention to make her feel silly. Like, it wasn't. You know, she's just speaking her mind. But you have to understand that people are going to say things like that and it's going to want to discourage you, but don't fucking let it stop you. Keep going. Right. And you have to, you know, like, let Ashley's story encourage you, dude. Like, she was able to look at the pictures and cry, and now she wants to be in photos. That's what I'm fucking talking about whenever I'm talking about confidence, dude. Like, being able to fucking be in a bikini at the beach or at the pool, being able to want to be in photos, that's so fucking beautiful. That's a perfect example of the pain of staying the same outweighed the pain of change, you know, because the pain of change, it's heavy, but then you have those wonderful moments every now and then like that to where you see how far you've come and you're happy and you pat yourself on the back and say, man, I'm doing it. And then not being on your fucking deathbed and being like, fuck, I never did anything. I never stuck to anything. You look back on your life, and you say, man, I did it. I did it. And the things that I didn't fucking accomplish or the things that I didn't do, man, I fucking tried to the day I died. Man. That's the kind of fucking way that you want to go out, man. Not being a lazy, fat fucking slob your whole life and never doing shit. Especially if you're a fucking man and you're leading your wife and your children. You're leading them straight to fucking hell. Hell on earth. Dude, it's crazy. So
I think that one other thing that and if you're someone watching this too, is the whole loose skin thing when you got to lose a lot of weight. You know, I know, I went, like we showed my before picture, I went to this photo naturally. All I used was my Fitness Pal, the gym, Wii Zumba, walking at the park, running at the park.
Fuck yeah, Wii Zumba.
I didn't use Ozempic didn't exist. There was no sleeves. There was gastro bypass surgeries, but I didn't do any of that. So that's possible, which those are great tools too. But you know, I didn't do that. That's just not my story. But my point is that you're going to have loose skin. Like I was able to, it sat great. My skin sat great. What people didn't even know. Even when I told my sisters, it wasn't until I showed them, they were like, oh, I could pick it up over here.
Like fucking Adam Sandler on the movie Click.
I could pick up my skin this high, no joke, but it sat great.
Right? So, and those things are obstacles that you're going to go through. But dude, there's things, you know, fucking technology is so great.
Dude, you can get surgeries by insurance.
Surgery.
If you have insurance,
save your fucking money. Get the fucking breast implants. Get the fucking tummy tuck. Do all that shit for yourself.
Don't worry about that later. Just cut the weight. You'll feel
just cut the weight. But whenever you come there, don't fucking worry about none of that shit right now. But whenever you do get to that point, just know, don't worry. There's things set up in place, you know, to take care of these issues. It's okay.
There was no way. I went down the wrong path. The government had to give me $28,000 because of all the nonsense I went through with this person. Y'all listen. It's a whole thing. Well, the government had to give me money because of that.
The system had failed her.
The system failed me. They gave me $28,000, and I didn't even know that was going to happen. And I had my surgery. Some people have actual insurance. If you have enough loose skin, you know, that's hanging, like that's giving you rashes. You have doctors. They can take care of the skin. So don't even worry. Don't even worry about that. Just cut the weight and you're going to feel so much better getting out of bed, doing this. You're going to move quick. 20 pounds, another 20 pounds, another 40 pounds. Dude, you're going to feel like a
one step at a time, man. One step at a time.
And if you have a spouse, like if you're a woman and you have a husband who's so gentle and supportive and he just loves you for who you are and hasn't, do it even more for him. do even more for him and for y'all to be better together, more energy. He's gonna, even that, him just seeing the smile on his face, being proud of you and happy and like, man, that's my wife. Do it for that.
Yeah, dude. You know? And there's nothing wrong with it. Some people might be like, yeah, well, he should love you. He's supposed to love you the way he fucking does love you. Especially that's why he gets his ass up and goes to fucking work. That's why he buys you shit. That's why he pays for the groceries. That's why he does all this shit. That's why he's still with you, because he fucking does love you. So get that bullshit out of your head. And you need to fucking love you enough to change. You need to love you enough and love your husband enough to be the best that you could possibly be for him and your fucking children. Because you, right now, if you are an overweight human being and all you're doing is stuff in your fucking face and you're living like that, you might think that that's okay. It's not. It's not okay. It's not okay. And that's not my opinion. That is a fucking fact. It is not okay to live like that. And if you have children, you're teaching your children that it's okay to live like that. And guess what? They're going to live in the fucking curse that you set up for them. Okay? Or you can be the fucking curse breaker and get your shit right. Get your shit together. Stop being so fucking lazy. Stop, compromising. All these fucking things. Stop giving in. Stop. Just fucking stop. And your children won't have to deal with it anymore. Dude, and your children will be proud of you. You know what I mean? And then your children will see, oh, look what mommy did. Look what daddy did. I can do that too. Yeah. Right? And you encourage your kids, to, if they don't fucking like something about themselves, don't pat them on the back. Say, it's okay. It's okay. No, tell them to fucking do something about it. That's why I tell my son Silas. My son Silas is 13. And he could be he's a timid boy, and he could be very discouraged easily whenever it comes to his body weight in the gym and all these things. And I'm like, well, good, son. Fuck yeah. Go do something about it. So whenever he gets to the gym here in the mornings, he fucking kills it. And I said, yeah, you're not happy with yourself, but you're doing something about it, right? Yeah, yeah. Good. Fuck yeah. Keep going. You have to earn the right to feel fucking good about yourself, man. You have to earn that shit. It's not just going to happen.
I think that even your kids seeing you log your food, there's a formula for everything in life. They see you logging their food. It's like, oh, mommy's just logging this, and that, because, I got goals.
Now then, those things become normal to your kids now. You want those things to be normal to your kids. They'll live their life as a grown-up at a higher standard where everybody else's mindset is that being a high fucking level. That's going to be the baseline for your children.
Yes.
And that's one thing that I'm telling my kids all the time. Like, you're going to grow up I tell them, how many fucking parents do you think are taking their kids to the gym every day? None. Why? Because they don't even fucking go. How many parents do you think are homeschooling their kids? None. How many parents do you think are praying 10 minutes before they bring them into the gym every fucking day? How many parents do you think are taking their kids to church? How many parents do you think are showing their kids about the business at this fucking young age? None. I said, but y'all are getting all of that shit. You're going to grow up to be fucking monsters and killers, and your competition is going to be all the kids who aren't getting it. Guess who's going to fucking win? And they're like, we are. And I'm like, fuck yeah. You're going to fucking kill it, because I'm setting the standard so high that anything below that is weird to them. So you want you want to bring your kids up in a culture to where being overweight is not good, because it's not good. You want your kids to grow up in a culture to where not going to the gym is weird. You want that, because it'll have them live a better fucking life. You want it to be weird for your kids to not go to church. You want it to be weird for your kids to not be praying in the car before you start your day, or, whatever the fuck. You want it to be weird for your kids to not see you weighing out your food and all that shit. It gives them a higher standard of living. Okay. Champions do daily what passive ass fucking losers do occasionally. Okay. And that's what that stems from. You gotta,
people who talk like, oh, but you're teaching them to be obsessed with this, and that's not healthy. It's like, no, I'm teaching my kids discipline. I'm teaching them that there's formulas, there's tools in life, there's wisdom that God gives us. And not only that, but we're teaching them not to have victim mindsets. They're not going to be victims.
And what's the alternative? What's the alternative? I'd rather my kids be obsessed with going to the gym and feel like they have to go and do these things and blah, 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 than to be a fat ass, lazy, fucking passive bitch. Fuck that. I don't want that for my kids. And then also too, like as you said, teach them not to be a victim.
Yeah.
Teach them
all of that.
It's important, man. It's fucking important.
F it.
Yeah. Fuck all that shit. Man. But man, if you're struggling with, staying in the gym and you're in the Houston area, come and talk to me and Ashley. We're over here at 13 Spencer Highway in South Houston. Okay. We own a gym, and we can help you. We got a personal trainer here. I can help you. I can set up your macros for you. I ain't gonna do it for free, but I can help you. Put your fucking money where your mouth is. All right. If you need some help, come and see us. We'll help you. We'll steer you in the right direction. All right. That's all the time that we have today for the Joeking podcast, episode 8. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Gym Talk. Next week, we are going to have Q&A. So stay tuned. I'm going to be talking some shit. And as always, y'all keep it fucking G. What do you stand for?